Okay guys, we're starting with chapter 1, and the first thing in chapter 1 is linear equations, and we're going to start by just solving them. Okay, so I'm going to start with just a normal, everyday, very easy linear equation just to get warmed up before we go into some of the slightly harder ones. Okay, so using one from the prior knowledge, which you guys should not really need to do because you've been doing this for quite some time now, we'll do 5x plus 2 equals 12. And I just want to look at how we solve this, the steps that we take, and how to write it out to show what we're doing. Okay, now if you have a linear equation, you know that what you want to do is find out the value of x. And to do that, we need to get the x term by itself. So we want to get this guy all by itself. Okay, now you should be pretty good at this. What we want to do is get rid of anything that's on the same side as the x. So at the moment we have this plus 2 sitting here. And remember, you need to use the inverse operation to get rid of the plus 2. Now, the inverse of plus is minus. Okay, so the opposite of plus is minus. So instead of adding 2, we are going to, I'm just going to erase that, we're going to minus 2. And remember, with linear equations, if you do something to one side, you must also do it to the other side. So we are going to minus 2 on the other side. Okay, now on the left, we have 5x plus 2 minus 2. The plus 2 and minus 2 can be cancelled out. And so now on the left, we will just have 5x equals 12 minus 2 will give us 10. Okay, your next step, we know we have 5 times x. The opposite of times is divide. Okay, and remember, you're in high school now, we don't write the divide symbol anymore, so we show dividing by 5 on both sides as this, so writing it over 5. Okay, from this now, the 5's can be cancelled out. You're left with x is equal to 10 divided by 5, which is equal to 2. All right, now, that's a fairly straightforward one. Okay, this is what you've been solving quite a bit in year 1 and 2 already. Okay, and today what we're going to look at is what to do in a situation like this. So if we have, for example, 10x minus 4 is equal to 7x plus 20. And you'll notice that this is an example I took from the book. Okay, that's fine. We just want to do this quickly because, as I said, you guys are pretty experienced with it. Now, in this case, what you can see is that we can't just isolate the x because we have an x on both sides. Now, if you have an x on both sides, what we want to do is we want to bring those together. Okay, now, most of the time we try and bring them to the left. Okay, so we bring all the x's onto the left side. So what we want to do is we want to move this one over here on the right. We want to take it over to the other side. So at the moment, it's a plus 7x. And we said back before up here that the opposite of plus is minus. So what we're going to do is we are going to minus 7x from both sides. Okay, and I really do suggest to you that you try to move the x's first, because once you get that strategy going, it'll make it easier for you. So on the left side, we have 10x minus 7x, which leaves us with 3x. And nothing happens to the minus 4 because these are not like terms. We can't do anything with it. Is equal to, so we have plus 7x and minus 7x. They cancel out, they become 0. So we just have 20 over here. Okay, now we have x on one side, just like the example we did before. So we want to get that minus 4 to go away, so we're going to make that plus 4. We must do it to both sides, otherwise the equation won't be balanced anymore. So 3x minus 4 plus 4, these cancel. We end up with 3x is equal to 24. Okay, again, we want the x by itself. We're going to divide by 3 on both sides. Now, when I say that we cancel this out, we cancel the 3 and the 3 out. Why can we do that? Why are we able to do that? Well, because 3 divided by 3 is the same as 1. So we're not actually crossing it out. We're actually replacing it with a 1. Okay, but we don't actually write 1 when we do algebra. Okay, so what we have left is x on the left and 24 divided by 3, which gives us 8 on the right. Okay, that's really it for solving linear equations when we have unknowns on both sides. we might just do one more example just to finish it off. So again, I'll just use an example in the book because it's easy. So let's go 5x plus 8 is equal to minus 3x plus 24. Okay, now in this example we have, again, x's on both sides, and you'll see one is minus 3x. Now I said before that we do try to move them to the left. I always look at the x's and I decide which one is smaller. So from 5x and minus 3x is the smaller one. So that's the one I'm going to move. So the opposite of minus 3x is plus 3x. We'll add that to both sides. Okay, on the left, 5 plus 3 is 8. So we have 8x plus 8 is equal to minus 3x plus 3x. They cancel, that's going to make 0. So minus 3 plus 3 is 0. So we just have 24 here. Okay, at this point, our next step is to get rid of the 8. So we're going to minus 8 from both sides. It's currently a positive 8. So 8x is left on the left. 8x is equal to 24 minus 8, which is 16. And then we will divide by 8. Okay, 8x divided by 8 gives us x, and 16 divided by 8 is equal to 2. Okay, you guys are in year 3 now, so you don't need to worry about drawing grids and all that kind of thing. Just make sure you are showing your step each time in some way. Okay, some people prefer to show their steps you've been shown in the past. Maybe your teacher has shown you to do it by drawing arrows. That's fine as long as you're doing it correctly. Okay, but it is nice. It's nice and clear for everybody if you do it in a way similar to what I've done here. Okay, enjoy.